Hmm. Let's see if this works. Maybe. Seems to be holding steady. How we doing? Well, maybe got it figured out. I think that's it. It seems to be holding steady, not killing it. Good. Good. I think we got her figured out. Grok to the rescue. Oh, well, hopefully that'll be the end of that tomfoolery. I hate killing the stream and starting it back up again, but worst comes to worst, it's not the end of the world. And kicks back up and running. I feel so accomplished. I've done something. Finally. Oh, that calls for some bourbon. So that is a good piece of information to have. Very good. Very good. If you guys don't happen to watch Carlo Malice, well, you're just missing out. Oh, I'm just going through and checking stuff. Great times, great times. Where in the holy hell is my X tab? What? the the Brits. Oh. I got to figure out if this guy is the Brits. I mean, so look, we had I will share. I will share. Hold on, let me zoom in a little bit. So got oh damn, I need to fix that. This is not gonna work out. I gotta fix that crap. It's no big deal, but my my browser share window is teensy, little bitty. Anyway, this no context Brits is making a statement about some bullshit, saying that our country's teeny and not very old, and uh, Eric up there is like, now wave your country's flag in front of it. I'll wait. And the whole point is the people get arrested for waving the Union Jack or any British flag. People are getting in trouble all the time for that stuff. And I made a comment. It's like about you got, and that there's probably an American flag flying in front of pretty much every bar and pub in America today. And I think there may have been a misunderstanding here, because their captain here said, hide from the point, pussy. And I think they mistook what I was saying. And wow, I didn't realize I got so many comments on that. Interesting. Wow. So the one guy thought that I was saying something derogatory about the United States. I was not. My comment was the fact that we probably do have an American flag flying on the front of every single pub and bar in the United States today, because we're damn proud. I mean, that's going to be a pretty common thing pretty much all the time. Now I got to figure out how to get that other window fixed. This is going to be a mess. This is going to be I go offline and back on again repeatedly until this is fixed, because the input format needs to be as high as it can go. Now, let me switch back. Let me switch back to my browser window. Hey, it's fixed. Okay. All right. I have figured out something else. Holy shit. I'm so proud of myself. You wouldn't believe how proud I am that I figured this shit out, and I'm going to lock this in so I don't fuck it up again. Oh, man. So we got kicked back online. YouTube's going. I've figured out the aspect ratio on my camera. I got to stop changing equipment. I really, really do. That's infuriating. But I'm proud. I think I've got it. Well, hold on. Yep, it's up and running again. Yeah, I'm going to comment on my own stream. You know why? Because I'm proud of myself. There's nothing wrong with being proud of yourself for figuring out what the hell you did wrong. Aaron, if you came back, I'm glad to have you back. If you're not watching, then I don't know who is. People, I love it. People come in here and they get on my stream and they watch and they don't say a damn word. It's weird. I find that funny. Now, let's see. Let's see if I can reconnect my chats, because it could very well be. I love it. The sound of fireworks. Could very well be that I've got it all jacked up. Let's see. Reconnected. Awesome. Dope. Got it. I got it. Let's see if this is going to work now. Oh, I put my bottle in the way. I can't see. I got to find a better place to put this thing. I got too much crap on my desk. Let's see. Boom. All right. So X is working. Kick is working. YouTube is working. Done. Good. All 3 streams are up. Good Lord. It ought not be like this. It ought not be this troublesome. It really shouldn't. That's okay. Go on back over to YouTube. It's fine. I'm just arguing with idiots on X. It's fine. It's fine. It's just typical day for me. I'm just happy that hey, you know what? I've discovered some new shit. If you if you if you want to know some interesting stuff, apparently you can't go higher than 1080, and yeah, the bit rate can't be above 8,000. All kinds of fun shit. So I don't know if you stream to Kick, but I've learned some really interesting things in the last 10 minutes, and this is a big deal. I this thing was driving me absolutely batty. I've literally lost sleep about the fact that I couldn't get Kick to run. And it's infuriating because it's my favorite place to stream to. No offense to the other locations. The lag on X is absolutely horrific. And then YouTube wants to give me all kinds of grief about the stuff that I show on the stream. And so Kick is, like, it's my go-to place. It's my happy place. And I I've been annoyed about the fact that I couldn't get it to work, and now I'm quite pleased the fact that I've got this thing operational, and I'm not dropping any frames. Everything seems to be going fine as far as frame rate and all that. I'm I'm ecstatic. I'm honestly just overjoyed with the fact that I've got this operational, and um, so hey, you know what? Great. You know what? How come you only have 2 options? I thought Restream gave you, maybe, is that a free thing? And you know what? I don't have that many followers on Kick either. Don't get me wrong. I'm not, but the in in all truth, there is 2. Yeah, I do pay for the first tier. I'm not going to pay for the tier above that because I don't think it's worth like hundreds of dollars a year to add like one more channel. And I really don't. Now, I do like Kick for the simple fact that it doesn't have as many issues with lag, but I made some changes to actually improve the lag on YouTube. So, you know what? I don't use Zoom. I use Restream, and you should really honestly uh, look at Streamlabs. I this little issue with Kick almost drove me away from OBS and into the arms of Streamlabs because I was absolutely blaming OBS for this issue. And it wasn't an OBS issue, it was an issue with me and the fact that I pushed the size on my aspect ratio on my inputs and outputs and everything up to 4K. Uh, and that's what the problem is you can't live stream 4K apparently. And that's fine. You know what? I'm recording at that frame rate or at that aspect ratio. It's fine. You know, I have an option for that. I haven't had a good opportunity. I tested it once. Um, there's hold on, I can show you. Here's the window. Now, in on the my left side, um, this this way, right? Or whatever. I don't, sorry about my mic, but there's supposed to be a guest there. Now, I have done some research and tested this out and did some recordings personally of doing this. And I don't have the chat part worked out and all that stuff, but my intention was to get to a point where I could do this and at least record some interview stuff. I need to set it up where can have more than one guest. I've got some stuff worked out where I can have more like up to like, I don't know, half a dozen guests or so. And so I just haven't had an opportunity to test it out a lot. Um, so if you get a wild hair at some point and you want to test that out, I don't have a problem going live with you. I will go live with you, no problem. Yeah. See, that's part of the thing. You can do it with OBS. It takes a little bit of finagling, if you will, to get that to work. You can do it though. The problem with OBS is it's really open source about a lot of stuff. So you're forced to use other people's snap-ins and plugins and all kinds of stuff, other people's websites. It's very, very complicated. It does give you a lot of options. I haven't looked into Streamlabs enough to be absolutely 100% sure that I want to go that route. I know that JD Delay uses it. I've seen him and Tactical Turtleneck do streams together. They did a whole thing where they were watching election results. Dalton Sutton was involved in that whole thing, and it seemed to work great. Now, JD Delay has got a lot more time in the saddle than I do as far as streaming and doing all this junk. I don't have a lot of time doing that. I've only been doing it for a little bit of time, and I'm an absolute novice when it comes to it. That being said, I also like to throw good money after bad. I've got this whole investment thing where I've invested all this time and effort. Hosting without a host platform on your PC doesn't really have the stones to do the heavy lifting. Well, that's one place where I do have it. So I've got a brand new Mac Studio sitting here. My previous machine that I was using to do all my streaming didn't have the horsepower to do it. And I was like, you know what? If I've got to upgrade hardware, I should plan ahead. And what I should do is I should get a machine that can handle everything I want to throw at it for as long as humanly possible. So I bought a really nice machine here. I will say that Mac is really good with video and things of that nature. Yeah. So this thing it's ridiculous amount of horsepower that it has. So I can do all kinds of stuff. That being said, if we wanted to do something like I can record local and not stream it. And hey man, you know what? You do whatever you got to do to make it work. It seems to work for you. But I will tell you that if need be, if you want to do another recording or another interview or something, I can totally set that up, record it, throw it in the cloud, and you can take it and do whatever with it. I don't care. I'm fine with that. I'm always good to help out whenever I can, and I will tell you it will look a lot better than Zoom. So, yes, me too. Me too. Um, you know, I even like the name that you came up with for it, but um, so hey, um, well, so my 100% intention for this whole thing was to figure out what was wrong with the kick, and now I've done that. I must move on. Um, I have to come up with something. I mean, not that I really need to come up with something to talk about because I will sit and talk until, well, I would use some cliche like cows coming home or something like that. But but yeah, I mean, I can move on. We can we can do something a little bit different. I got ashes on my shirt and everything. Look at my patriotic shirt. I was wearing a different shirt earlier, and I was like, I don't know why I'm such an idiot. I've got a shirt with a flag on it. I should wear that. So now that I have nothing better to do, I've got to remember that get some time freed up. You know what? I understand that. And it would be one of those things where we would have to work those things out and get something scheduled where we work on those things on a night other than Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. It's just, and that's where it becomes an issue. Sunday would probably be the best day to do it. Probably be the best day to do it. Middle, but the problem is, if we're going to interview, we're going to do interviews. Then you got to deal with, yes, yeah, he probably does, or pay you some like insane amounts of money. But if we're going to do something and have people on to interview, Sundays aren't usually a good day for a lot of people, and so I don't know. It's uh Friday nights are generally the night I have with the wife. We like watch movies and hang out and do stuff, and I don't want to give that up. Um, so we'll work it out. We'll work it out one way or another. I mean, what's what's one more night in the grand scheme of things, really? And the problem is she's probably watching me, so yeah, scheduling is always gonna be one of those things that's always a problem. Um, I don't want to use weeknights because I travel so much that it will be very difficult to do weeknights, and so uh, having the ability to figure that out, if it was just you and I, it would be a whole lot less of a problem because we could just do whatever. Um, if recording can be done anytime, and then editing and all that stuff. And I know you like to do all the editing. I don't have time uh, to do that much editing. I'm not very good at it. I've got enough to do going on between what I do with the Forced Valor channel, and then creating shorts off of this stream and things of that nature. Um, it's really sorry, I had a text I'm trying to um, answer here. I'm allowing my intrusive thoughts. Yeah, just to hit, hey, you know what? That sounds like a plan. I don't even play the lottery. So, me hitting it's going to probably be next to impossible. But who knows? Where, oh, where did I leave? So, all that other stuff aside, um, this week's, yeah, I understand that, man. This week's episode of Forced Valor is this episode 64. I'm I'm already I'm working on 66. I actually got an opportunity to work ahead a little bit. I'm pretty proud of myself. The image generation for that stuff takes a lot of time. People who think that I'm just like dumping that stuff out of AI, I may be telling off on myself a little bit here, but I think that I just uh, have AI generate that stuff and it's done. That's not the case at all. I have to edit images. There are it takes an unrealistic amount of effort to make this stuff work and have it be at least presentable. And so I spent a pretty good deal of time. Uh, let me let's see. Oh, I got completely sidetracked for a second there. I love it when that happens. Um, it's really funny. I go and while I'm scrolling, and I go and I watch these videos back, and I take notice of the amount of time I sit and watch and scroll and don't say a word. The dead air that happens on this stream is stupid. Um, but you know, uh, that's the life of somebody with a brain that works like mine does or doesn't work. It depends on how you look at it, really. But so I spent some time working on this particular image this morning, and I'll tell you, I don't have a problem with pulling back the curtain and revealing some of the stuff because I got a lot of hate for this. And yes, I know there's a million stars in here, and there's probably, I mean, it's fine. That's not the end of the world. That's not the point. The point is that I had things I have to do. So I spend a lot of time. Oh, what'd you do? I spend a lot of time making the facial stuff work. This stuff is very important. Making this look like him and not just be. I don't get to just dump that into AI and make that happen. This is something that I do manually, right? I actually spend time screwing around in image editing software, essentially Photoshop. I don't use Photoshopping, but essentially Photoshopping because that's a term that's pretty much widely used at this point to make his face look like that. I think I did a fairly good job, right? You can't tell that there are things on that image that I altered. I can't tell. That wasn't just straight up AI, right? There are certain features about his face that have to be done a certain way. I also had to go in and take the damn finger out of off the trigger on this. Yes, it is the Kleenex of or the Coke. It depends on how you look at it, but yes. And yeah, I will tell you that this image was the one that made me give up that actually made me give up Reddit. It was the last straw. Um I I posted this morning. I spent time, right? Things with this, not only the face but the trigger finger and putting the text on it and all that stuff and making it presentable. And posted that up on Brandon Herrera. Right. I did take a lot of work. It took me a few hours off and on this morning to make that look presentable. Posted it on X, um, all that stuff. Got really good feedback from everybody except for the Redditors. And so on Reddit, I got 9,000. I mean, I got a lot of upvotes. Don't get me wrong. And then somebody sent it, like pulled it off or reported it or something. And now it's up for moderator review. And then I got a lot of bunch of bullshit comments on it before they did that. And I was like, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm done with it. Not only did Reddit they voted on the unsub channel or an unsub subreddit to like ban AI entirely. And again, like I said, there's nothing that I do is straight up AI. Everything has, I have to mess with every single image, everything to make it work. It's not just straightforward. I'm not just putting stuff in there and then generating content and then throwing it out on the internet. It's just a tool. And so I started getting a lot of hate, and I was like, you know what? This is not worth my time. It just really isn't. If somebody wants to post my stuff on there, that's fine. I don't care. I'm just not going to subject myself to the bullshit anymore. The place is a cesspool. I'm no longer going there. And if you're a Redditor and you enjoy Reddit, you know what? Okay. I'm glad you like it there. Um, I I don't. It was a suggestion that was given to me by one of the Pepperbox mods as another place that I could put my stuff because you can't self promote on there, and so well anyway, so that's that. I have talked until my cigar went out. That's enough of that. Yes, it is a cesspool. It's an absolute. And if you don't know what a cesspool is, you obviously didn't grow up out in the country. It's like in the country, out where like normal people live, there are these things called cesspools. And what a cesspool is think of a septic tank. But instead of a septic tank or a sewer, if you will, there is a pond. And in that pond goes your raw sewage. And it just sits out there. And every now and then you have somebody come and they pump it out or dredge it or whatever. But that's what you use for your sewage because there's no place to put it. You live in the middle of nowhere. But so, yes, it is a pool in which shit accumulates. That is Reddit. That's what it is. And I'm not going to allow myself to get overly animated about it, but you got to understand that those people are absolute bullies. And I don't really have a problem. I've got a really thick skin. I've put up with all kinds of shit my entire life. I don't really care. The But the second you open your mouth, they immediately start beating you down, and it doesn't matter what you do or how you try to do it. They're going to start bullshitting. They're just gonna try to bully you into submission. And I've been too well received in this community. Yes, I said it. Drink. To take that kind of abuse and retardation. I've I've done too much work. I've spent too much time and effort uh, creating relationships with people, and meeting and interacting with actual people inside this community to put up with that. Those people, I don't know what the problem is. I really don't, but they're not worth my effort. They're not. So I'm not going to do it anymore. I took the tab. I have this set of tabs that I keep open all the time. And I have two different sets of tabs. One is my normal set of tabs that I use all the time, and then I have the one that I use for the podcast. This particular podcast is the ones that I'll reference, and that was one of the ones I kept open all the time on my regular, everyday set of tabs that I would monitor. And I took it out. I just removed it. I'm not doing that shit anymore. Life is too short to subject yourself to stupidity. It just is. There's no reason to do it. If I decide to wade off into something, that's fine. But that wasn't one of those things. I wasn't in there shit posting. I was trying to be patriotic and a little bit funny, and got shit on for it. They can kiss my entire white ass. So, moving on. If I don't watch out for myself, Aaron, I'm going to start sounding like you. Just get on here and just rant. And I've been in a really, really good mood most of the day. I had that situation happen this morning, and I made a post about it. And I didn't like do the whole, it's an airport, I'm going to announce my departure. I didn't say anything in the Reddit thread. Didn't say a word. I just deleted the tab and took it out of my favorites. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just not going to go there anyway. Right. But after that point, it was like, it was a little cathartic. I was like, you know what? I've I've been stressing out about something stupid for this long. I'm glad it's over. I'm done. And moved on. Was in a really fantastic mood. And now I've figured out what my Reddit. Fuck. I figured out what my kick issue was. Got that fixed. Been really great. And the second I brought up this Reddit shit, immediately got mad again. And I don't want to deal with that. It's like uh I've got I honestly have better things to do with my time than this shit. So there's so much good going on today. I mean, honestly, there's everybody is all patriotic, having a great old time. Um, I'm just it's 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 a wonderful day. There's no reason to be angry. There isn't. We live in the greatest place on planet Earth. We live in the most wonderful time in human history. I mean, you can't ask for more. You really can't. It's great. Honestly, it's best. Yeah, everybody is having a phenomenal time. And if they aren't, they're just miserable cunts and they should go to hell. And I don't care. Because, so I actually had, the thing I did earlier, I had a text message come in and I had somebody ask me if I knew Eli Cuevas. And I was like, sort of. um, and he was like, "Oh, I saw there's a buddy of mine that follows him, and he's drinking Echelon, and I figured you knew him." I was like, "Yeah, that's I don't I don't know that knowing is the right term. I mean, we're acquainted. We'll say that. Um, I have photographic evidence, um, but yeah, just scrolling on X. There's just, and yes, I actually call it X. I don't call it Twitter. I'm just gonna call it what it is, you know. Um, but there's just so much cool stuff going on. Uh, that I, I think that the no context Brits post, I think that they're just rage baiting people. Oh, the amount of relief of the fact that I got that stuff taken care of. On a totally unrelated note. So, have you guys been keeping up with the insane video that Black Rifle Coffee made for this 4th of July thing? These guys, if you look, it's just
America and gentlemen,
that's
start your
that's Zach. So Veteran of the Sign did the opening for yeah, I'm gonna end up with a copyright strike on my YouTube. But the whole point is like they made this video and it is, I'm pretty sure that's a record for the largest flag flown. I want to say that it is, but everybody that was in, yeah, it even says it in the comments right there. But the number of people that were involved in this, it was just like all kinds of Travis Pastrana, just like tons of people were involved in making this, and everybody that was involved is posting little pieces of their interactions in their part they played in making this happen. Um, I think it's awesome. I've been, as many of these things as I can share. I am. Um, you couldn't be more proud, honestly. And whether or not you like Black Rifle Coffee, that's on you. I like them. I've got a history with those guys. Um, I drink Black Rifle Coffee every single day. And if you don't like it, that's too damn bad. I don't give a shit. Yes, I drink Echelon too because I'm a caffeine addict, and I like how unhinged both of those companies are and the people that run them. So, but yeah, I love seeing it. Every time I turn around, there's another video somebody's dropping of their involvement in that particular video creation, and it's I don't think that Echelon is good. Echelon is fantastic. Oh, sorry, my eyeballs are I was getting a little misty being patriotic there, looking at that big old flag. But yeah, Echelon's great, man. Um, Eric and Sam and Amanda and Sarah and all the folks. There's way more people that work there than I actually have met or know, and they're a bunch of good folks. They do a lot of great things, especially in the veterans community. Um, so I mean, you can't ask for better people. And on top of that, they make really really tasty drinks, and they're funny as hell. I mean, come on, Goth Girl Spit, that shit was great, and it tastes good too. Right in my mouth, all day long. But you know, it's like I was saying, it's like this. Oh my stream, this thing right here, man. That. I mean, come on, man. That those guys have got it going on. You can't tell me that those folks don't love their country, our country. The government sucks, but the country is phenomenal. So, but so let me see. Let me see what we got bookmarked up in this. Oh, got to be. You know, they're probably gonna do take this down. What the hell ever. Um, such is my life. Um, People who want to do dumb stuff with fireworks. This is the best. This is your public service announcement, right? For fireworks, there are people who were born and lived their entire lives up until this morning with 10 fingers, who won't be that way tomorrow morning. And so don't be one of those people. Be smart, don't be dumb. But people like these fools are are going to be the ones that wake up tomorrow and don't have all their fingers and toes. Why would you why would you do that? It's like, look,
What the fuck?
he lit the
Oh, that's mortar. Hey!
yeah. All right. So just to give you some context, right? He lit this mortar tube right here and had another mortar sitting in the door. Sitting in the damn door pocket right here, or the little handle, and the sparks from this mortar went down and ignited the fuse for this one. Brilliant. And you
Oh,
see,
that's mortar. Hey!
yeah. Set it off. Both of them, as a matter of fact, I want to say, in the car. Yeah. Now look at the inside of the car. Yeah. Absolute brilliance. Absolute. We're gonna see probably dozens of videos tomorrow of people who do really dumb stuff and accidentally. You see them all the time. There's viral videos that go around of folks who have set off a firework and it misfires or something, and then lights a whole box or a whole vehicle full. Oh man. Oh, of course. Yeah, that, and everybody's got. I'm waiting for the people down the road from me. They have they get together and have a big fireworks show every year, and I'm waiting to start hearing it. This is still early yet. I don't think it's quite dark enough. I haven't started hearing all the mortars go off yet, but when I start hearing them, I'm probably going to drop off the stream and go and watch it because why wouldn't you watch people eat stupid? I mean, it's going to be a good show for certain. But yeah. I guarantee you, YouTube. I put a video up, a short of a kid who was trying to play a prank, and he lit a firework and threw it up in the floorboard in front of him in the passenger side. And the guy, before it went off, grabbed it and threw it back, and it went in his shorts. The kid in the back that lit the thing in the first place. And of course, YouTube puts it on a 18 plus and limited the visibility of it because they acted like it was self-harm or something like that. It's like it's a PSA. It's just like they limited it wasn't a strike, it was a warning for showing guns. And it was me showing a video of people being stupid on a gun range, and the RSO stopped it, grabbed the gun, and they were trying to take pictures. Everybody's seen these videos, and people like start posing, and they'll point a gun at the head of the person next to them and take pictures. And the RSO shut that down, as he should have. And yeah, they limited it. Messed the visibility up just because it was a live stream of somebody showing somebody holding guns. They took the visibility of the live stream, just like I'm doing right now. They as soon as I finished the stream, they took it offline. And then when I made the what I did is I took that piece out and then reposted it. And then I did the one with the guy with the fireworks being an idiot and showing what not to do, and they limited the visibility of that. I don't understand what the hell the commie bastards are trying to do. You would think that they'd want to educate people on what not to do. It's like, don't do this. This is stupid. You shouldn't be doing things like this. But no, we shan't have any education. I don't know. I'm just the idiot on this cigar, sucking on it, trying to keep it lit. But let's see. Speaking of stupid people and doing dumb things, everybody was one of these people when we were kids. I'm a Gen Xer, absolute Gen Xer, and we did all kinds of dumb stuff. Anybody who's seen movies like Napoleon Dynamite, everybody built ramps, everybody jumped their bikes. We did dumb stuff, jumped over each other, all that stuff. How we all survived, I have no idea, because none of us wore helmets. They didn't even have bicycle helmets, as far as I know. Back in those days, didn't have any knee pads and elbow pads and all that junk. When I was a kid, we rode bikes all over the place all day, every day. Our parents kicked us out of the house. We were feral. Come home when the lights come on, and somehow or another the strong ones survived. Is all I can think of. But that kind of stuff still lives on. You fell asleep in the pool, very pink. Oh man, that's not good. That is, I feel sorry for you in the next day or two. You're going to feel wonderful. That makes me feel bad. Very bad. Almost spilled my drink. That would have been awful. So this kid has a helmet on, from what I can see, and does this dumb shit. Oh, yeah, that's gonna hurt later. It's the wife is worse. What? Was she asleep too? Damn, son. Oh, sorry. Oh, well, I was only 20 minutes past answering that damn message. Oh, wait. There it is. There it is. It is now time. Well, as much as I want to stay on here and show videos, uh, World War III is going to start in my neighborhood, and I want to go watch some of it. So I'm going to hop off of here. I appreciate you coming and talking to me, Aaron, and I'm glad I got all this figured out. But I'm going to hop off of here before the real fun begins. Adios, y'all, and I'll see you Thursday at 6 p.m. Central.